Hello there. Ah, I can see that you're asking yourself, how can Valerian be so green, awesome, and attractive? What? No one asked that. There is no need to be shy about my awesomeness and attractiveness. I attribute that to good genes and a healthy diet. But my green armor is a story of anguish and lots of rat blood. It all started when I was returning from Hallas and a piece of ruined mail armor dropped for a gnoll that I decided to kill for no particular reason. I saw it as a sign of Karanas himself that I was supposed to quest for the newbie armor. And my first task was to distribute divine retribution to all the blue furies. Black Burrow can be described as a sonic convention inside a hole, but other than that, it's a pretty cool zone. People seem to come in here earlier than I did. I saw people as low as level 7. I being level 11 was having an easy time here with most things coming light blue or green for me. I actually found a good spot for me on this ramp. I already knew that when fighting 2 or more enemies of the same group, they wouldn't run off. But this mechanic actually is based on distance. The second mob doesn't have to engage in combat with you, just be near of the enemy. So I would pull a patrolling gnoll to the ramp, where he would be close to a green cone gnoll on this small ledge. This way I didn't have to worry about them running to other gnolls and overwhelming me. I killed several gnolls and attained a few pieces of the ruined gnoll chain armor. My plan being to get all of them before collecting the other items. Until a second set of chain leggings dropped and I realized that they were lower. So I wouldn't be able to loot the second bracer until I finished the first one, so I went to finish the pieces I had. An item that I needed only one of was the giant whiskered bat fur. The giant bats being a blue cone, I thought they would be no problem, but I was wrong. They were hitting me by 10, 15, or even 22 damage. I cast a snare to run away, but it is in this moment that I finally realize the glory that is bow kiting. Won't lie, the feeling is that if I can snare something, I can kill it. Now I had a giant whiskered bat fur. Getting the 7 large whiskered bat furs was no problem, but my descent into madness started with the items from the giant field rats, especially the whiskers. Oh my god, I killed so many of these rats. I killed so many of the placeholder for these hats, and the whiskers just wouldn't drop, and I needed 6 of these. I changed the way I was playing the game. I would just log in, do my rounds around Kino's Hills, killing any rat, and log it out. I repeated the process whenever I could, and the rats sometimes wouldn't even spawn. The only saving grace was to realize how amazing the ranger tracking skill is. I would log in, open the tracker, and go straight for the giant field rats. Feeling a little dejected, I went to make my first 2 pieces of the newbie armor, so I could feel at least some sense of progression after killing so many green mobs that gave me absolutely nothing. But then it happened. It dropped. Hell yeah! Aha, I was so happy. And there was right there, another giant field rat, ready for the killing. That meant the floodgates would be finally open and I would get whiskers one after another, right? Nope. Welcome to PQDI, the website I'm using to get some information of the drops of those rats. The website says that there is only a 9% chance that when a monster spawn in Kinos Hills is the damn rat. And the database says that the rat has only a 16% chance of dropping the right whiskers when he is killed. To add salt to injury, the website claims that the giant field rat whiskers can drop also from the normal giant rats. And I can guarantee you that I killed dozens of the normal giant rat and they never dropped the damn whiskers. What I'm trying to say is this was a really annoying grind for this early in the game. I didn't know when the rat would appear, and even then the chance to get what I wanted was low. But I endured, and whisker by whisker I was completing my armor. I returned to Black Burrow for the last piece of armor that I needed, the sleeve, and it dropped from the very first gnoll I defeated. Vindicated, ha! With my new sleeves, I returned to the hills, and finally got the last whiskers that I needed. The armor was finally complete. During the process of making the armor, I managed to level up to level 12 and gather many quest items that I could turn in for experience. At level 12, and with my XP potion, I delivered Disease Wolf Pelts for 3% each, Putrid Bear Hide for 13% each, and Gnoll Fangs for 30% each. All that was enough to get me to level 13. But there was one more thing to do, the sword. Returning to Surefall Glade, Erin Pine Whisper gives me the task of hunting the poacher Yolins Jenkins. He says that the poacher is in West Carana, but I found him in Kinos Hills. Jenkins hit hard, but it was nothing that a little bow kiting wouldn't resolve. With Jenkins' head, I returned to Erin just to receive a rusty sword and more tasks. Now I had to sharpen the sword and return it with a gnoll fang and large snake scales. God damn it. But fine, a trip to Halles later and I returned with the ingredients and finally got the sword. And that was how I got my green armor. So you're telling me that your armor is made of bat whiskers and rat fur? Nature provides. Nature provides. And what you're gonna do next now? Next? Well, I have some bone to pick with some bandits.